Here are 25 of the most lighthearted, wholesome moments in MLB history. There's nothing more heartwarming or wholesome than watching a legend compete at the highest level for the last time in their career, especially when they've spent their entire career with the same team. Joe Mauer hadn't been behind the plate in almost 6 years. You can tell by his reaction and the emotion on his face, this moment really meant something to him. Speaking of reactions, is there any better than how this young girl responds to getting a foul ball from a stranger?
Give it to the little girl. Nice. For me? Thank you. For me?
There'll be more of these exchanges, but this one is unique for a few reasons. The Pirates fan is in enemy territory and clearly elated to catch a ball, but almost immediately looks to hand it off to make someone else's day. The joy on the girl's face and the applause nearby, this is what makes baseball the best. The odds of a visiting fan catching a foul ball are astronomically lower than what you're about to see in this next clip. Can you imagine playing in the big leagues in front of thousands of people and hitting a foul ball directly to your dad?
Led to the tying run, but right before that, he hit a foul ball into that suite. Guess who ended up with the ball? They were jumping up and down. Oh my gosh, Bobby Witt Sr. ended up with a ball from Bobby Witt Jr.
Mine wouldn't even play catch with me. Sometimes a hug says more than words ever could. Aaron Boone and Dave Roberts have battled each other in various capacities throughout their careers.
Aaron is an absolute professional, wanted to congratulate me personally, and so we have a long history competing against one another, a mutual respect.
Including in college, as members of the Red Sox and Yankees in the 2003 and 2004 ALCS, and most recently as managers in the 2004 World Series. It's not often that the majority of baseball fans are unified in who they're rooting for in the World Series, but 2016 was different. If you don't still get emotional watching the Cubs end a 100-plus year World Series drought, then you might not be a true baseball fan. Maybe this kid had ulterior motives, but that doesn't take away from how sweet and wholesome this moment was.
Foul.
Isn't that nice?
Assuming the blonde to his left was his date, this dude just scored major brownie points while also making a young fan's day. Talk about a double play. There have been a ton of forgettable first pitches in MLB history, including many the person throwing the ball would love to forget. But this one was unforgettable for David Wright.
Olympia, it's your pitch.
I can't think of a more perfect way to start your final MLB game than catching a pitch from your young daughter. This really tugs at the heartstrings. Mike Trout has had next to no playoff time in his 14-year career, but the three-time MVP has at least made several kids' dreams come true.
As usual, signing autographs for some young fans, and the reaction, priceless. How excited that young fan is with his Mike Trout jersey.
It has to be awesome to be able to have that kind of impact on someone. That last clip was a good example, but here's another that proves the power of a good hug. Kerry Wood was a Cubs legend in an otherwise forgettable era, so to see him have a good moment like this to end his career was special. It's the hug from his son at the end that really opens the tear ducts. Wholesome moments are just made on the field. Philadelphia Phillies slugger Bryce Harper has done it all on the field, except step on the mound.
But on Monday, the two-time MVP also helped pinch hit for the promposal of a high school student in New Jersey.
However, this past season, he helped a fan with a pitch of his own, asking a girl to a high school prom. She said yes, but had to be disappointed when she realized it wasn't actually Harper that was asking. Let's get back to the stance. You gotta respect the Giants fan who handed off the ball.
Yep, brought his glove.
Dude dressed himself as if he's suiting up for the game, but was still self-aware enough to make a kid's day. It's gotta be tough being the son of a big leaguer. Your dad is on the road for most of the summer and quality family time is probably limited. But then there's the chance of this happening someday. Jared Carros is a 16th round draft pick and may never play an MLB regular season game. But his father Eric, a former Dodgers star, had the privilege of being in the announcer booth while watching him on the mound in a 2024 spring training game. You gotta love it.
EK, the rest of the way, Jared's the reason why.
Control guy, right? He's going to move the ball around the zone. A couple different pitches, fastball, slider, changeup, curveball.
A 1-2, strike 3. Exhale, EK. JK's got you.
Get up. I got to give him a little love here.
There's no crying in baseball. At least that's what they want you to think.
How about this? This foul ball is in the stands. That young dude picked it up. Great reaction. There was a little girl that dove for it. I don't think he realized it, so she was upset. She had cotton candy, but she was upset. How about what he does?
Crying works. This young girl got exactly what she wanted by putting on the waterworks. Now she's got a handful of cotton candy and a game-used ball. Take notes. As heartwarming as that moment was, I don't think we're topping this one.
Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, somebody's made a friend.
This kid's parents have to be applauded. Dude didn't even think twice about keeping the ball, immediately handing it off to the girl behind him. Check out the shock in her mom's eyes. I don't say this lightly. You're a monster if this next clip doesn't make you emotional.
Probably the fact that I couldn't call my dad after the game. So.
John McDonald had 28 career home runs and 2,651 plate appearances. To hit one on Father's Day, just days after his father died, is truly one of the most special moments in MLB history. It's getting misty here. Oh, this moments. Kudos to the adult for doing the right thing, but the kid deserves credit too. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. Now for something a little different. Is there anything more wholesome than grown adults tickling each other and giggling?
Yeah, kind of benign and But when everybody in both dugouts and the bullpen sees guys chatting...
I mean, outside of a Diddy party at least. Fans sometimes get in the way of a fielder making a play on the ball. And then there's this.
Calhoun running out of room quickly! It ended up in the wrong glove.
Sometimes you just gotta give it up for a nice catch, even if it cost you an out. I know Steve Bartman is envious of this fan. And now for another unique twist on the ball exchange between fans.
Marlins fan. The fan had it, he dropped it, he's upset.
There's a lot to unpack here. The dude's genuine disgust at missing the ball and then presumably realizing he shouldn't have thrown his hat and shown everyone the mess underneath. His surprise and amazement at getting the ball from another fan and then ultimately doing the right thing and handing it off to the kid. Everyone wins here. MLB players might be heroes to many kids worldwide, but there's no bigger hero than your mom.
So this is Jaden Rios, who had no idea that his mother, Major Karen Hernandez of the U.S. Army.
Look, I got nothing, man. These clips get me every time. From one mother returning from deployment to MLB returning and signaling the strength and determination of the American people and New Yorkers in particular following the September 11th terrorist attacks. Politics have been so divisive in the 21st century, but this was a moment everyone remembers fondly. The fact that George W. threw a perfect strike was the cherry on top. Forgiveness is a virtue, one that isn't too common in professional sports. That's why we cherish moments like this.
Jim Joyce is standing up like a man today, and he is calling balls and strikes, and he has just taken the lineup card.
Not only is he standing up like a man today, but he stood up like a man last night after he made the call.
Armando Galarraga had one of the rarest feats in professional sports, a perfect game taken from him by a brutal save call from Jim Joyce. Being able to stand next to him and exchange lineup cards less than 24 hours later is a testament to his character. They say Canadians are nice, and here's proof.
A lot of those, and it's hard for hitters to square them up. We don't see that a whole lot, but Judge was on it.
Not only a Yankee fan wearing a Judge t-shirt.
We've seen a lot of fans pass a ball to younger kids, but this one is extra special. Look, if I'm catching an Aaron Judge home run ball, I'm keeping it. The selflessness of this Jays fan, particularly in giving the ball to a kid wearing a Judge jersey, is something else. Everybody loves a comeback story, and it's certainly hard to top this one.
Vice is not getting in the batter's box. He is standing off to the side, allowing Liam to get all the accolades he richly deserves.
Professional athletes are generally some of the most composed and stoic people on the planet. To see Hendricks struggling to hold in his emotions on the mound truly makes you feel the gravity of the moment. And here we are, the most special moment in recent MLB history.
Gordon to right, it's deep, and it's gone! D. Gordon has hit it out!
There was really no other way to script this. The first at-bat after Marlins all-star pitcher Jose Fernandez died tragically was a home run off the bat of someone not really known for his power. The more you watch, however, it's pretty evident that Mets pitcher Bartolo Colon gave him a pitch he could take for a ride. And considering the circumstances, that's what it's all about.